You're live. Woo. Let's see if this shit works. These things, like, I don't know. Yo, don't mind me if my stuff is like bright as hell. I am trying here. The sunlight actually looked good, but I don't think it'll come across well. It'd be nice if I could set these up and then like have them a certain way. But I need to be able to see too, so that's the problem. Or if I can't see what I'm doing, then it's gonna look like garbage. So I figured I did a little bit of like a blue conditioner today. I didn't want it like blue, but then I got it like a little um, purple-ish. And yeah, my friend Deanna asked me about my eye makeup the other day, and then I was talking about one that I did quite a few months ago, and I really liked it. And I'm like, I don't even remember how I did it. So, that's how it is. I got maybe about an hour and a half, so I can do this. So my hair is like halfway done. Um, so we're not too quiet. So this is my new phone. Did I get it because I wanted to get it? No. If you aren't aware that my phone had decided to take a dip in the toilet yesterday from about 2 feet away. And then my home button didn't work. The screen was messed up, which I mean, I could deal with. I used to watch, hey, I used to watch like antenna TV and look through all the little things. So like looking at a shitty phone wasn't a big deal, but my home button not working, I had to like back out and search for things, and it was a nightmare. I spent 3 hours at the Verizon store because I had Cricket, and you can't get a phone without paying like $200 a month for it. So yeah. Um, Today we will have music because I keep forgetting. I'm not going to have it too loud because I want you to be able to hear me. But I did ask one of my friends if I could use his music in my videos so I don't get killed for copyright. I've not heard this album yet. This is my friend Chris Fields. This is his new album. So if you want to look him up on Spotify, on YouTube, he's on Instagram. So we're going to play his new album while I get ready. So thank you, Chris, for letting me use your music. I appreciate it. Let me know if it's too loud, but hi. I'm still a little sleepy. Yesterday drained me. Um, I don't want that to be too loud, but yeah, so yesterday drained me. I had to get my car inspected. I was under the impression, okay, I can't have that too loud because then I'm going to get distracted. I was under the impression that it was inspected in January. Someone was supposed to take care of that for me, but apparently that hadn't gotten done. So now it's September and it wasn't done. And then my grandfather's like, you know, your inspection's out. And I was like, really? So then I woke up and, okay, good. Thank you. What about the picture? Like I look on here, I look too bright, but just let me know. Um, so yeah, so my back passenger tire has been going flat like the past couple days, and I had people like knock on my window. It was actually guys, and they're like, "I don't mean to scare you, but your tire's flat." And I'm like, "Shit!" So like I had to fill it up with air. So yesterday I woke up in the pouring rain, and it was like super flat. And I'm like, I have to get this shit inspected. Okay, good, thank you. I have to get this like inspected. So I'm like, oh I did make a bunch of videos. I posted them to Twitter, and then I did just upload them to TikTok. I wish I could do them on Instagram, like 3 minute long videos, but I can't. So that's annoying. So anyway, yeah, then I got home after getting that inspected, getting rained on, going to the endocrinologist appointment. The primer I'm using is the same one that I always use, the Clarins one. Not always. Day before yesterday, I did use the Professional. I used to like this one, not so much, but I've just been using it because I have it. And I'm trying to find this Beauty Blender foundation I have, but because I moved, like shit just got all over the place. So I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, so I got rained on, putting Fix-A-Flat in my tire, filling my tire up at like the slowest air pump in the friggin' world. So yeah, that was hey, you just gotta make the best of it, you know? Like, could I have cried and been like, oh my God, my life fucking sucks? No, because then when you say that, you put it out there into the universe that your life sucks, and then guess what's going to happen? It's going to suck. So anything that occurs, I just get content out of it. I didn't get content out of my whole Verizon store experience, unfortunately, but I was quite angry during most of it because I was trying to contact Cricket. Okay, cool. I'll have to remember that because I mean, I put up all my shit. Actually, I did. I think I put all that in my Instagram stories. Yeah, I put a ton of stuff in Instagram stories, so I should just put them into uh, TikTok too or YouTube. Oh, YouTube. See, and it's hard because like I'm like, what the hell do I do? I don't know. My brain's fried. I was in bed before midnight last night, which never happened. I'm like, this is super early. But I was just done. I was like, nope. Like this day can just go away. I will have to do the YouTube shorts though. All right, so for brows, I have been liking the one that I did in my last video because I always use my Orgy palette, but I am going to use this Scorpio color. I kind of like it because it's more of a fall type thing. And you know me, I don't know where all my shit is mostly, so I'm going to use this little Anastasia brush. This brush is old as hell. It's a little jacked up, but it works. So I'll get these done. I'm hoping I can get this done in the amount of time that I need to. Just have shit to do. But I was like, nah, if I'm going to do my makeup anyway, why don't I make a video? And it's hard. I can't do them Thursdays at 9 anymore because right now my son and I share a room. And then like during the week, we have school. So, and then also my grandpa goes to bed early sometimes. So if I'm in here talking and carrying on, it's not going to go over well. So I'm like, daytime it is. I mean, at least people could still watch them afterwards, but it's just easier for me to do a live. So then it's automatically uploaded rather than trying to upload it and it takes like a billion years. Granted, with my new phone, will it maybe be easier? Maybe, but I don't know. And I like being live. What the hell? Oh, I thought it was. And then somebody was outside this window because I saw something moving, but it's actually in my mirror through that window and the tree's moving. So I'm like, there's like mirrors and things going on here. It's like a friggin' like a fun house. Screw my brain. All right, so I'm going to just take this and fill in here. I try to like go with how dark my brows are, but because they are naturally like really dark, if I went the actual color, they'd just be black. And I'm not bleaching my eyebrows. Like, I'm sure I've mentioned it billions of times before. I do mention things a lot. But anyway, as far as the phone goes, I wanted the iPhone 14 Pro Max because I had an 8 Plus, and when I got that 8 Plus, let me see, I got it in beginning of 2018, and I think the 10 was out at that time. So, but because the 10 was way more money, I just got the 8 Plus. And so, yeah, I had that for almost 5 years. So, I mean, it worked, but could I have gotten one that was like not as good as this? Yeah, but for all the things that I do, like my videos, my photos, stuff like that, I'm like, I need something that, you know, is going to get me the best video quality, the best photo quality, and, you know, it pays off. So that's how that goes. So I'm just going in, and I did, those look pretty damn even. Heck yeah. Love it when my brows like, oh, I'm like, what the hell is this about? don't know how this phone works. I'm not used to not having a phone button or a home button. It's so weird. I just want these brows to look nice. Some days I spend too long on them. All right. Give me 1 sec, guys. I will be... Can I not? I don't think I could turn the camera off. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Why'd you shut up? It probably overheated. See, and this is what happens with this too. Okay, we'll screw that light for now. Let's just let it cool down. Yeah. I have these plugs into this power strip and they overheat. I have this little doodad that you can plug like a couple different things into. But the only thing is the new iPhone cords with, I think the guy at Verizon said it was like a C plug or something like that. I only have that thing to plug it into. So my kids take it with them and then they also use it all the time. So there goes another $20 I need to spend at Sam's Club and get another one of them for my own shit. It was originally mine. So I'm going to go in with this little brush here because I like how these can angle up here. So I'm using the same color, the Scorpio, because that way when I go up this way, it's not as harsh of a line. I like a harsh line underneath, like a nice crisp line, and then I could just come up here. And I really don't have much to do today. No work, which sucks. So if you're local, come see me and get your face done because your girl needs some work here and it'll benefit you also. Tomorrow I'm kind of busy. I have a friend of mine, her daughter and her sister. I'm doing their hair and the mom and the sisters makeup. So I will be busy for quite a bit tomorrow. So that's exciting. It's ended up too round here. I want it a little more. And I've been working on trying to get both of my sides of my brows even. As far as the arch goes, I used to go a little, I think, too far out on one and not far out enough on the other. La, la, la. Oh my gosh, this commercial for Bachelor in Paradise. I saw like some sort of commercials from them. And like recently, like I never watched any of the shows, but then recently I'm like, oh my gosh, I was like, the acting on these, like, I'm like, man, what? All right, I'm going to go into this one all night long. If you can tell, this one I've been using a lot for my brows. And then I like to get it on the very tip here because I like to do a lighter color right in here. That doesn't look bad. Yeah. I didn't bang off my brush, so whatever. Wait. It's not supposed to. Oh, it's an advertisement. Like, it's not supposed to play that. It's an ad, YouTube, so probably for the movie. The movie looks really good, so I would actually like to go see it in the theaters. Just because in theaters is so much better. And I literally have this to watch movies on right now. So I guess it's better than watching them on your phone. But all right, that looks pretty good to me. I could always hit them up later. Just want to get to... All right. This is peach iced tea, by the way. I did see, because I love the Crystal Light peach iced tea, and then it was like gone forever. But I did see that they like have it in the store again. So, dude, and my neck has been killing me for like 3 weeks. And then yesterday it wasn't that bad. And then today it's starting to feel bad. And I'm starting to feel it like wrap up around my freaking face. And I'm not happy about that. All right, let me see which one of these. I got brown. They are both brown. Let's go with the newer one. And I don't remember if I used a primer when I did this eye look. So like I said, I didn't remember anything about it, but that's what we're gonna do today. Let's go. All right, so this is the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime. I've been using like concealer lately. It depends on my mood. I'm like, do I want to use eye primer? I don't know. Plus the concealer lasts longer and I don't have money to be buying this damn eye primer all the time. Using my little 18-year-old L'Oreal, it's not that old, L'Oreal brush, and we're gonna, so wherever I went, and just as usual, I'm just gonna, and my hands are kind of shaky today, but I hate that. You know, when you get like a fever or like the flu and you're in like a lot of pain and then you get shaky, that is what happens to me when I'm in pain. I'm like, dude, listen, hands. All right. Bring that down. Looks good. So what else is going on with everybody? What do we got? We got one of our local fairs this weekend. I am hoping to take my kids because of the disasters the past few days. I am unsure if that will work out monetary wise, but because now I also have to get freaking screen protectors and whatnot, and Verizon of course wants to charge you like they wanted $40 for a freaking charging block. I was like, hell no, I'm not paying $40 for a charging block. I will pay $20 for the doodad that I need at Sam's Club, because also that has multiple things that I need. And then the sun goes in. Listen, sun, I'm trying to rely on you for light right now because my other shit is inoperable. This is not right here. See that? A little. All right, that's good. All right, so hopefully I'm not boring. It is still early. It's 11 o'clock, but I woke up at like 7:45. Oh no, I did set an alarm. I was like, I don't think I set an alarm. I think I set an alarm for 9. Oh, and that's how I woke up yesterday too. I had my alarm set for 9, and then literally from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. all I hear is my grandpa yelling to me, wake up, every like 10 to 15 minutes. And I'm like, dude, I mean, I went out the night before, but I didn't get home too late and I didn't have too many drinks. It was a fun time, and I didn't feel like gross, but I was just like, man, I just want to sleep till 9 because I'm gonna have to get up at 6 a.m. today. All right, I'm gonna see if this light will work because I don't think I have another friggin' shit for it either. Nope. Listen, oh, please just do what I need you to do. Nope. It's still too hot. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can put you. I was thinking about this already, but we're gonna work with one. It sucks though because then I have darkness on each side, so I don't have enough light coming in. Good enough. Okay, let's get to the part that is technically the most important part in a way. All right, so you're gonna get I like the NYX eyeliner because it blends very well and it also cleans up really well and it's cheap. So what you want to do, and I think I've done this on some videos before, but just, who wants to go looking through all the videos? I could just do it again. So you want to start right here at the very, very, very like highest point of your eye. So you start there and just drag a little bit of the liner. Okay, so it's the teeniest bit. With these, what you want to do is just build on it. I'm just going to give us a starting point. It's a little higher than I wanted it to be into my lid, but I can always clean it up, so that's okay. All right, so you got your starting point here and here. Now we just want to go, because see, fold right here in your eye. I wish I could do things in this, but I can't, so we have to look over this way. All right, so then you want to look straight in the mirror and pretend your fold does not exist, and you just draw a line. And try to get it as parallel to the floor as possible. I know it's not easy when you have a little bit of like skin here in your upper eyelid, but you can always blend it out and do whatever you need to do. So we're going to go parallel to the floor and do a straight line across like that. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing. And sometimes it's hard with your other eye because your hand wants to go up this way, or sometimes it wants to go down this way. So just try your best. Again, you can always clean it up or even blend it out, because we're going to do some blending too. Okay, so you want to look straight in the mirror, and you want to make sure, because if you look like this, see how that line disconnects? You want to have it straight, like that. Okay, so, and don't move your eye. So if you look in the mirror like this and you're like, hey, okay, that's not going to work. You have to like completely rest your face. So rest your face, and then try to eyeball it from the other side to make it even. Usually I'd get closer to the mirror, but. And then I have a farther mirror here, so I always check in there. So now that I see this one's a little higher, then I got to make this side a little higher. And it's okay if the line gets a little fat, because we're going to fill that in anyway. I have this freaking thing for the phone on there. All right, that's good. This came up a little bit here, but that's okay. All right, then we're going to just go here. And it's okay if it's a little messy. And then we're just going to go down and connect it to the outer corner of your eye. Same side thing here. Boop, 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 boop. And you just want to make a triangle. So this is the same idea that the black eyeliner that I had the other day, 2 nights ago when I went out. I used I had it, but I don't know where you went. Oh, here you are. The NYX, that's the point. This stuff is amazing because it's like a fat marker, and you don't have to worry about dragging or anything. And that's one thing that I like about the NYX pencil, is it's not super waxy, because a lot of times if it's a cheap pencil and it's so waxy, it's pulling on your skin. And when it pulls on your skin, you get skips and you can't draw a perfect line. That's okay. Now I want Chinese food, dude. So if I always check like this too later on, because what I want to do is I do want it going straight across, but the look that I did, it kind of came up and in. So it gave me that like elongated look. So I always double check this way too, because I want both sides to match, because if you're looking down, then people will see it if it's uneven or not. So this side seems like it's coming down just a little bit. I want to bring him up. Okay. All right, and then I just want to kind of go here. And then if you can't get the color to go down this way, you can always just go opposite and just go this way. Because, you know, you're human, your eyelids move. Okay. And like I said, the inner part is a little thicker than I wanted it to be, but I will correct that. Okay. Next thing that we want to do is we want to fill this in. And it's pretty easy. I mean, just like a coloring book. But what you want to do is you want to keep a kind of like a shape here. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to draw. I don't know what shape this would be considered. Trapezoid. People call it like the bat wing, but it's more of like a strange trapezoid looking thing. So like that. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. And if you see how smooth this goes, like I'm not hardly pressing. I'm just bringing it down. And sometimes it's hard on your opposite eye to see. So, and then just like a coloring book, just go in and color it in. And this is the same idea with the black one, black pencil. Okay, let me look in here. So now this side seems a little higher. So that's how I end up. I always end up like all the way up here and have this little bit of skin. But to me, I like it anyway. But it's just a little bit of a process. So we're just going to go just over a little bit. Okay. All right. So that part's done. Now what I'm going to do is, and any brush like this will work, obviously. I mean, if you have the Urban Decay brush that I have, that's cool. But you just want to get a small, packed blender brush. So a very small blender brush is the same one that I used for my eyebrows. And give me a second. All right, so we're going to use this guy to blend this pencil, which I love too. So, because a lot of times you'll put a pencil on your eye and it sets, and that's good if you want it to stay. But if you need to work with it because you want a certain look, you need it to blend. So this will blend really nicely. So I don't want to really touch much of this. What I want to do is take this and shade it out, and I want to drag this down here. So I'm going to start by dragging this down. And then I'm going to take the very top, because that I want to be, I don't want such a harsh line there anyway. And we're going to just drag it down and then brush it back. If you get little skip marks in there, just lightly brush it back. So we're just lightly blending down to here, because I don't want it in here. I want all that open. We're just going to lightly blend it down. Blend these colors. So I said I didn't want to get into here, but I kind of do. So just picking up the color and then just moving it. And then blending it. And I'm not really pressing hard. Just kind of diffusing that color. And this side here is pissing me off because see how it goes out like that, but that's okay because we can fix that. All right, so that looks pretty good. Not too hard, right? It's just like coloring in a coloring book. A lot of people are like, I can't do makeup. And I'm like, you just have to think of it in a different way. And a lot of times people put too much pressure on themselves because they think that they can't do it. So if you think you can't do it, you won't be able to do it. So be positive, have faith in yourself, and practice. The more you do, like, the better you get at it with anything. So we're going to do the same thing here. And then I want to, that's a little higher than the other side. So I want to, and everybody's eyes are different on like each side too. So, you know, if one side pisses you off. Now here, I'll give you a little tip. That does not seem like there is enough like there was over here. So what you can do with the pencil is just lightly put it where you want it to go and then blend it. Okay, so the left side looks a little more blended than the right side. It's not giving me the same effect, so we're just going to try and match those up in here. Because if you see, I have a nice line here in the side. It looks a little like jacked. So we want to try and get that one a little more uniform to match. And it's a little higher. So then so you just got to work with each side. Like, okay, I got this side doing this. What am I going to do with the other side too? Trying to get it to look the same. The left side is not working with me today. You're being a brat. Okay, so we're going to go and do what we did on the other side. Blend it. My neck hurts too, so this position isn't the greatest for my neck at the moment. I like this side better. I don't want to ruin you, but I must. Gotta make it match. Friggin' match it up. Not bad. That's what I want. See that? That is not what I want. Let's go, buddy. Close enough. Okay. So now what I've noticed is this side here is darker than this side, so I just need to blend it. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do to fix the issues that I had arise. Okay. I'm going to get my little eyeshadow brush. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to go in again with the Orgy palette, and I am going to use this one here, Booby Trap. So I'm going to get my eyeshadow, or I'm sorry, my brow brush that I had. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trace just this outer side and darken that up. Because then it doesn't matter how much I took from this side or this side, because that liner was basically a base to give us everything we need. So what that did was that gave us a map. What we have here is we do our dark, we do our light here, and then we do like a medium here and a light here. So it's just like I just laid down the tracks, and now we're just going to go in and do the road work. Road work on tracks probably isn't the best analogy, but you know. Okay. And it looks pretty even, except this side is curving up just a smidge more. So I'm just going to go. That looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to just go. And then you just work side to side. Now I'm going to drag this. I like a little point here. And then, because I like it to be very crisp here and then go and blend. And it all depends on your eye shape. You might want to do a sharper line just on the very outer side if you have smaller eyes, and then blend it in. If you want to do a sharp line all the way down, like I do with the black eyeliner, dude, go for it. This is just, again, suggestion, a little bit of a roadmap for it. And then I'm going to do the darker here a bit. And if you notice where I blended that, see, remember I said I'd fix that? It already kind of fixed itself. All right, so I like to have dark here. And then we're going to go do the same thing on this side. Take the flat piece and blend. Follow your line. My right eye gets a little wonky sometimes too, so it's hard for me to see, but that looks good. Looks good. Okay, now I'm going to use my favoriteest brush in the world, this angled blending brush. And I'm going to go into, I'm going to try this one, invitation only. I'm just going to get a little bit on there, and then I'm going to bang it off, and then I'm going to put that right here. So now I'm just going to press just to basically set that liner. Okay, it's the same thing. We're going to just dab it, bang it off, come on the side. Okay, and then I'm going to go into a little bit of a lighter color. Let me do, because this is really close to the other color that I want to use. Let's go into bottom and do that. And this I'm going to get on the very tip of this brush. And just do this. And we're just lightly putting it over that shadow that we did. Good. And then we're going to do the same thing, bottom, on the tip. Close enough. This side came in a little bit more, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's get to the rest of it, because like generally speaking, we're pretty okay here. I brush this off, and then I'm just gonna blend that out a little bit more, because I like that sharp line, but we don't want it to be like noticeable. Right here is like, got a hair on my face, get the hell off me. All right, cool. Now we're going to go to my favoriteest color that I use every single time. We're going to use Better Floor. I like using this brush. This is one of the Urban Decay brushes that came with one of the Naked palettes. And I'm going to do the same thing that I've been doing because I just like doing it. Take it, and I'm going to go right here and bring it down and get out that blank space. And then I'm going to just go right under here to leave that open for my highlight. And then you'll see, like I said, where that didn't matter too much. It's gone. And drag this up here. All right, and then blend here. All right, and now in that video, or the last stuff that I saw, I actually had connected somehow that color up this way. And that was one of the parts that I really liked. I liked how I did this sharp, and then just very, very slightly, there was like that little bit of a lighter color above it. So I'm going to try using a flat shadow brush to do that. So I'm going to go into the Better Floor because that's the color that I think that was there. And I'm just going to, yeah. Probably was a little bit of a darker color, but I'm not worried about it. I think it was a little bit lower how I did it, but close enough. All right, and then I'm going to get this little guy here, and I'm going to do a different type, because obviously I'm not going to get exactly the same as I had it. I'm going to use this Milani highlighter that I had for probably like 4 years, and I'm just going to go right under my brow bone. Pop that there. All right, that looks good. Now, damn neck. It needs to crack. But it won't do it. I hate mornings. All right, let's see. What color do I want to do? So I'm going to go in with this chubby one that I talked about, and I'm just going to line right on my lash line. And I'm going to start where I started in the very beginning of the video. Just so I have I just want a very thin line. Just to give a little bit of dimension, at the lash line. Okay, this needs to be a little bit fatter over here. I really don't want the liner to be the focus, so that's why I'm trying to. It's very hard for me to keep a thin line. I definitely, obviously go into Amy Winehouse territory when I try to make things small. But obviously we all know, or you should know, that I don't do things half-assed. I go all in or nothing at all. Where's the fun in being simple? There's none. Okay. Next comes a kind of a hard part. I think for my lid, I usually use a bright lighter color. I'm going to switch it up today, and I'm going to use a shimmer. I kind of feel like this green and this, what is this? This is a Pat McGrath palette. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. I bought it in one of my beauty groups, so this is really the hardest part. And I think I'm going to stop doing contouring too. Kind of, especially here, because now that I lost weight and stuff, I put the contour on and it's oh wait, what am I doing? Do I need that? No, I guess not. All right, so let's do the Lime Life. I think this is the Zero Concealer. I know that they have. Is that thing on yet? Hold on. It should be cooled off. Need light. Nope. Technology, it's supposed to help, but sometimes it doesn't. Okay, I'm just gonna work without it. So then, whoop, we almost went for a ride there. I'm gonna go back with my trusty little brush, this guy. And then what I do is I'm gonna take the Lime Life concealer and just get some on my brush. Okay, and now, because I really want that color to pop, we're going to go, oh, it needs to be flat. Okay, we're going to carve out where we want it. I'm starting with the left side because usually the left side's harder for me to do. Sorry if my hand's in the way. Okay, so what I did was I did it right over that dark line that I did, and then brought it all up in there. Oh, my neck. Bastard. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on this side. So I just kind of, I want to make it like a point. Bring it up. You might be able to see a little better now. So I just kind of do it just like eyeliner above that line that I did. And then we only want it on the lid part. We do not want it up into the crease at all. So the lid and then over to here. And I'm not trying to do like a hard carving out because I do want it to blend. Okay. And it's okay if it's not perfect. I just went over that dark. Okay, just went over that black, so I need to fix that. Actually, I'll fix that last because sometimes when you put these colors on, it will end up being a little weird. So I'm going to do a darker color in the crease. Where's my short little blender brush that I had? Oh, this one I'll do. So we'll use this guy. So I'm going to use, I'll use two of these colors. I'm going to use this darker brown from the Pat McGrath after I do this on my lid. So I'm going to use my pinky because for shimmer colors, fingers work. With long nails, it sucks, but I'm going to pick up this. And then we're just going to press it right on there. So that's what we got. Doing it on the left side is a little more difficult, but
that's a lot. So adding and student might feel daunting. But what if a school could be there for all of you? Career, family, finances, and mental health. Well, it can. National University, supporting the whole you. Learn more at nu.edu.
The TV Academy has spoken, recognizing show-stopping titles like Moon Knight and the Beatles.
Good. So we got the green there, and then I do like to do a little bit of a shimmer above sometimes to just kind of tie that in. So that's why I said I'm going to take this darker color here. What is the green even called? Ooh, Sextrovert. I guess. I would assume. Who knows? What's this one? By Corruption. Got it on there. So then right in here, you just want to get that crease thing going on. Because we have darker here, but it's still a little bit not as dark. So then this gives you more dimension right at the crease, especially if you have hooded eyes like I do. So see, this compared to this. And I don't get a lot. This is very pigmented, so I just take a teeny bit. And then we're going to I just press it where I want it to go and then just kind of blend it over. And with using a shimmer, if you use the shimmer on the lid, that way if that green or any other shimmer gets in there, it's not going to matter because they're still both shimmery and you're still getting that dimension from that darker color up in there. And then we're just going to lightly bring it up into everything else. there. Okay. A lot of times when you go in with the lighter color, that dark line that I did on my lid did get overrun with the color. So I'm just going to go right in here. Just to make it a little darker. Okay, so that's good. All right, so the hardest part is complete. Yay! We need the little yay that like Jeffree Star uses. Okay, let me just stretch my neck. I was starting to do the colors, and then my neck started hurting, and it started shaking my head. So it's not good to have shaky hands or a shaky head when you're doing stuff. Okay, let me breathe. All right, I'm gonna get some of my drink. Like, if you don't think this is work, it's work. It really is. My poor body. I'm working pretty good on time, though, so I'm glad about that. Okay, next we're going to go with, let me just find my powder. The trusty L'Oreal eye cream and a concealer. We're going to use it on this beauty blender. Oop, that's a little much. Just that much. And I'm going to go right here. And then I like to dab it. So I'll drag it a little and then dab it. And then just go all the way up and around. And then the same on the other side. Man, my friggin' neck, bitch. I usually don't take like Tylenol or anything, but today I think I may need to. Okay, I'm gonna go here and again line it up here. And then one thing that I've been doing that I think is working out really good, instead of going right over this with powder, so I love this stuff, and I know I've used it before, and I've been using it for years, the Brave On Diamond Eyes Brightening Powder, just because I don't sleep good sometimes. I wake up to like cramps in my legs and stuff. So I get that under eye thing and it pisses me off. So I'm going to get this little guy here. I'm going to dip it into, just so it's on the point. And then I just kind of don't put it below the little divot. You want to be in it and then just slightly above it. Because if you go below, what that's going to do is it makes no difference. Then you shouldn't have even done anything because you're getting out of the line. So I like to just have it right in there. And then because those lines do tend to travel out this way, just go that way too. And then in here. My daughter has always had dark circles, like since she was born. But these are different than dark circles. I don't get black under my eyes. I just get indentations. All right, so you just want to follow that. Okay, so we're going to let that go. And then I'm going to work on my under eye. The last time I did my black liner, I didn't have time to do under my eye, which in a way I liked how it looked. So I was kind of glad that I didn't do my usual. So we're going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible, the Carbon Black. This stuff is amazing. If you like the Makeup Forever, I used to love their eyeliner, but it's like $20 for one, and this is about $10. And if you get points at CVS, all the better. So as per usual, if you've seen my other videos, what I've been doing for a little over the past year, just going to go in. And I like to kind of match this up to here. I drag it down, and then I bring it up at the inner corner. So if you do eyeliner and you go skinny and then fat here to make your eyes look bigger, you're basically doing the exact same thing under your eye to make your eyes look bigger. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to follow this guy here. Now my left eye is a little more almond shaped than my right eye. My right eye is just open a little more. It's literally like a millimeter, but I can tell. And it makes me crazy. Right, and then we're going to go ahead and drag this down.
And my anniversary, all in the next month. That's why I use Celebration Passport from the 1-800-Flowers family of brands.
That looks good. All right. Next, we're going to go back into the Orgy palette. And we're going to go into the darkest color, which is called Glory Hole. So I'm going to just tap into that and get it on the end of this brush. I literally use like maybe 5 of the same exact brushes for everything because, I mean, I never had money to just buy things to use or whatever. So I just keep going with that. And that's just how it is, you know. It works. All right, so we tap it on there. And I'm going to go right in here and tap it to get the color on the liner. And then I'm going to go right outside the liner just slightly and drag it to smoke it out. There. Same thing, tap it. You don't need a shit ton because if you get a shit ton on the brush, you're going to look like a raccoon. We don't want that. So then we're going to go and we're going to just tuck it under your eye. So also I tuck under my eyelashes. If you go over your eyelashes, you might get little splatters underneath. So I've not ever mentioned that. Go just lightly under your eyelashes and tuck it under and then tap and then so we were tapping the very tiniest thing and then we're just lightly going. You want a very soft hand, especially when you're working with dark colors. Oh boy. And then I'll go in and I like to look in the far mirror just to make sure that they're matching up. I think that matches pretty good. Ooh. All right, so that's done. Next we'll do, I had to take this lash curler to work because I have this like heated one and it doesn't get in that good. And I don't use lash curlers. My mascara does it for me. So after I'm done with my eyes, we're going to go and do the mascara. This is the Ever Whiplash Mascara. I've been using it, I don't know, since 2020. So about 2 years. All right. Okay, neck. Work with me. All right, so I take it and I get it right into my roots. And then I kind of just, again, map out. If you want to go in and you want to just slap on mascara, that is when it doesn't go very well. So what we're doing here is we're getting it at the roots and then lightly shaping our map for our lashes to get them to spread out. Let me dip in. So again, so you build on things. Just the same as some people are like, I don't like doing like updos or formal hairstyles, but see, I got too much on the end there. But it's just like building. The majority of it is geometry. I got a little bit too much. I could feel that there's too much on that left eye. It doesn't look terrible, but, and then I'm not going to dip back into the tube. I'm just going to go and do the same thing. So we got that. And because I have a ton on this eye, it's like just gotta like spread it out. And this is a kind of new, I think I got this one a couple weeks ago. So it doesn't work out for me unless it's like a month old. Still good, but when I get too much on one eye, then it doesn't go as well as I want it to. And I always get it on my lower lashes and I hate it. But it's just the angle of your arms and stuff. Okie dokie. So that's done. And then we'll go in with foundation. Okay. I'm not used to pulling things up. I'm like, going to show you what I'm doing. All right, my hair's in the way. And now I just kind of go like this. And then right where I remember I put that powder there and that lighter concealer, we're going to just, so I got the majority of the foundation off onto my face. And then we just take the littlest bit and go right over that. We did not blend that powder. We just went right over it. And then I get close up here. So then that's matching. I think I took away some of the eyeshadow. But I'll fix it. Okay. So see? Oh, it cracked a little. Yay. Again. And as much as I use is like that much. But I like a lot of coverage because I do have discoloration here. It'll go away. In the winter. It just shows up in the summer more. Always remember to get in your nose. If you don't get in your nose, it looks weird. Okay. And then I think I'm going to put just a little bit more on this side here. I think this is like a medium coverage foundation. So I really want to try that, the e.l.f. one. Oh, and this hole in my face. I tried like microneedling it to make it go away and it didn't. There's an e.l.f. one that's supposed to be like a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury. And I looked at Target and they were all gone, of course. I'm going to do the neck. Always remember to get behind the ears. And because you're doing that, always remember to cleanse there too. So when you are washing your face at night and you do this, you have to wash everywhere. Okay, and then for my forehead, I don't use as much because I do, contrary to popular belief, I do have lines on my forehead. Use the teeniest bit. And again, I get more discoloration here, but there aren't that many lines. So I'm just going to go right up into my hairline. Again, that's something you want to make sure you're doing because if you don't, you got like skin showing. Okay, so we're going to just dab that there. All right, next, I really like this powder, the NYX HD Studio Photogenic. I'll just get some in here. All right, and then we're going to use the teeniest bit to set the under eye. Because even though I have that powder and then I have the foundation over it, we want to set that. And it makes it like flawless. Teeniest bit. Because you don't want to go crazy and then create lines. I got some on here. I'm going to do the forehead. We're trying not to have creases in our face, not add more. All right, and then for the rest of my face, I'm just going to pick it all up in the little blob. Right here, when you do it on your pores, it's like, pew, they go away.
Hey, Spotify listener, welcome to Lee News Karaoke. Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. The music never stops. Hit it.
All right, so that is done. And we're going to put this away. I have my trusty fluffy brush. A lot of these brushes are from a set from Amazon, but and then we're just going to lightly do this because this powder is one of those ones that if you don't blend it in pictures, it will show up white. And again, we're just going with a very light hand. I got a fuzz in my nose. Okay, so I'm going to use the Benefit Gimme Brow to finish off my brows. Sometimes I forget to use this.
What is happening? Is it the car you drive? Is it the clothes you wear? I don't have a career. I don't have savings. I feel like I lost myself out here. Is happiness starting a family with the one you love? I thought we were just having a good time. I am 36 years old.
I think I need some more of this at some point.
Some of you have found your happy. I'm still searching for mine.
Be Simone and Kim Cole star in Finding Happy, the Bounce original series. Premieres Saturday, September 24th.
Pew, 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 pew.
Only on Bounce. Find out how to watch on bouncetv.com.
Okay, so that's good. Blush. Do I want pink? I don't know. I think pink might be too much. What do I have? I don't want orange. All right. While I'm deciding on that, let me find my... I think I need a new contour palette because this one, the Makeup Revolution, the Roxy Stores one, I think we need more. I'm gonna do here and then I'll just do a very slight contour. So this is just like an angled brush. I'm gonna dip in there and just right here. Because like I said before, like I really don't need to go down in this area because it just gets like too much. So just enough to give me something. And then I'm going to go in with this lighter color here. Which is pretty much the color of my skin. Woo! Okay, so let's go into the darker one. It's just not blending that good. And I think because it's getting old, it just like pissing me off. I'm like, fine, be a bitch, whatever. Okay, and we're going to get this little Ever brush. Sometimes I've looked at things and I've contoured my nose and I'm like, that looks good. And then some days I do it and I'm like, you look like a weirdo. Whatever. I have a strange nose. Like, but the thing is, it just makes it look like chubbier if I don't contour it. So I'm going to get my beauty blender again. And then I'm just going to go on the sides. Because sometimes it looks like super obvious. But in photos it doesn't. So I don't know. I guess everybody's walking around like that anyway. So it's like, what's the big deal? Alright, so I'll just use the same highlighter, the Milani one. And go right here. Because naturally, even without makeup on, like literally this part of my nose, like always shines. So I'll do up in the lip. Right here. Tap it off because you don't want to have a shit ton of contour on your lines. Oh, and then down the middle of my nose, I'm going to use this. Because if I use that other brush, it does it too fat. Good. And I'm going to get my brush that I use for everything. All right, we got the mascara done. We are all going good. Where's that brush? I do this a lot. Like you can use this to get some shit off too. Generally in between, you're just like dusting it off. Blush. I guess I'll use one of my older ones. I like these and they don't make them anymore. But they still work. What is this one? No, that's too pink. I want you. You're too pink. What? Is this it? If not, whatever one this is, I'll use it. Okay, so this is like a mauve one. It's a Westmore Beauty. I don't think they make it anymore. I've looked on their site. This was the one that they ended up just using or selling at the end, and now they don't sell it. So I'm going to use this Ever brush. I love this brush for blush because look at it hugs your cheek, fits right there, and then you just go. And then what's really nice is because these bristles on the end, look at how that is. Then you can just kind of go in very, very lightly, like a little bit of a tickle of color to blend it. It's so good. It's so good. I went to say cool and good at the same time. I'm like, it's so good. And I do like doing a little bit on my nose these days. I'm kind of just slightly bringing it up here. Because if you did your blush a little bit different, like if you did a contour and like a striking blush, you can make this into a very, very striking look. But like me, I was like, I want to keep a little bit of cute going on. So, and then I cut that line off before I just remembered about it. So I still had some of the darker color on my brush. And I'm just going to go in and fix it. Ta-da! I almost forgot my beauty mark. Hi. This. I really have one there, but the foundation covers it up. So, okie dokie. Lips. Let us see. Where is that? I found a MAC one when I was looking through my stuff before. I think I need a new system for my lip stuff. Do I have too many lipsticks? Absolutely not. Actually, I have one in here too. I just saw. Let's add him to the mix. No, this is a nice purple color though. I've used the Huda ones recently, so I don't want to do that. Oh, let's use this one. The Urban Decay 1993. I am going to use one of the Huda liners because I've not used one of those with this, so I want to see how that goes. I've used terracotta recently. Where's the other one? Sandy Beige. That might work a little bit better. Yes. Okay. All right. So, and then do I have a lip gloss I can use with these just over it? It's a little too mauve. I had the Moon one or whatever, the freaking Maybelline one, and it's gone. Where the hell it went? I have to get a new one, but I'll use this one. It's a nice bronzy one. It'll work. I really want the one that I used to use a lot. I don't think I have any CVS points either. Oh, I can use this one. It's not shimmery, but I just wanted something like clear-ish because I don't want to take away from what the colors actually look like. All right, lips, and then we're done. Okay, this is the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 in Sandy Beige. So let's go. And I do overline because I like to. Another tip when you're cleansing and stuff like that, if you overline your lips, you do get like stuff in your skin. So when you are exfoliating, you want to make sure that you do, or even just get a lip scrub. You could do that too.
We often take for granted how quickly life can change. If you've recently been in an auto accident, truck accident, or are a victim of malpractice and looking for answers negligence. Reach out to Oregon Kluger and Quinn today. Led by one of the most revered trial attorneys in the country, Joe Quinn and the team at Oregon Kluger and Quinn have won some of the largest
Not
verdicts in
bad.
the area. The litigation team at Oregon Kluger and Quinn will provide answers and guidance at no upfront cost to you. Oregon Kluger and Quinn. No one will work harder for you.
At York College of Pennsylvania, we believe real experience.
I always go too like weird on that side because the way my hands work, I can't get that angle up this way. I try. Okay, and then all right, so we got that. And then we're going to go in with the 1993. And then what you want to do is I like to get it over the lip liner. Oh, that was a good match. Look at that. All right, and then I'll put the gloss on later, but my grandpa's yelling to me and I must go. So hope you enjoyed. Have a good day. Oh, come on.